Hey guys, it's Zenith Darksky with Darksky Games, and this is just going to be a little E3 prediction, rumor, confirmation, discussion video, kind of like a podcast. I'm here with Lamb,
What's up?
and so yeah, let's get that started. Okay, so first, I guess we're gonna look at Anthem, and which looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, Anthem in the very beginning always reminded me of like a weird hybrid of Warframe with maybe Destiny.
Yeah, that's exactly the feel I get from it. Destiny, a little bit more wildlife and stuff in the world.
Definitely more. Which with how much money they put into Destiny, it's kind of sad, but hey.
Oh yeah. Bigger city hubs from what I can tell, just based on the trailer and everything that we saw, or the gameplay demo. Or it at least seems to be a city hub of some sort.
Yeah, it seems to be. I don't know. From what I've seen in the trailer, it feels more MMO-ish than Destiny. Even though that was technically an MMO, I don't know. I never really felt like it when I played it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a huge Destiny fan anymore, even though I played it a lot in Destiny 2. But
I don't know. Destiny. My problem with Destiny is you very quickly felt like you were in the endless gear grind.
yeah, I mean that's basically it.
And then Destiny 2 had like 30 hours of gameplay, and then you had nothing to do.
Oh yeah, I mean that's really all it is the whole grind for gear, and just try to raise your light level or whatever, which I guess is what a lot of MMOs and stuff try to be. But I don't know, it just didn't work out with Destiny for me. But this one looks a lot cooler, but it also looks a little bit more team based than Destiny,
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think a big sell point for me though is how heavy they're going to go on the cash shop, which is always a problem with most modern games.
Oh yeah. And I'm curious as to see just how many of these different mechs and stuff are going to be in there, because at first we see 3 or 4 maybe, and
yeah.
They all look cool and everything, but I just hope there's not only a select few, unless that's their classes or something. If that's the way they work classes, then I guess it makes sense to only have a few anyways. But if it's not, if it's just basically your weapon pretty much, then I'd like to see a lot more than we've seen now, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for at E3. I assume we'll see more gameplay of it.
Watching the trailer, at least from what I've seen, I'm glad the enemies don't appear too bullet spongy, which is also a problem with a lot of MMO games. They artificially increase difficulty by just stacking more and more health and armor bars on a person.
Oh yeah, it definitely seems like the enemies certainly have their own feel to them, and like when you fight them and stuff, like I don't know, there's a lot of games that it feels like kind of predetermined that the enemies are gonna die, which I mean it is predetermined I guess, but it I don't know, it feels like a bullet sponge basically, like you said, like they're just taking shots and shots, and then they die. The Division was very
guilty of that.
Exactly. And this one definitely seems like, just from watching him use a shotgun against those little small enemies at first, just watching him mow them down easy, and compared to bigger creatures and stuff like that, though, it definitely doesn't feel the same as or look the same as Destiny or the Division.
While the gameplay doesn't remind me of it at all, the detailed fauna and very well done art makes me think of Horizon.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm a sucker for detailed. I'm a sucker for detailed fauna.
Yeah, and it's got that mix of tech and fauna and stuff. You've got all the buildings and stuff like that kind of fused almost because of the vines and the fauna growing over it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a game to keep an eye on.
Yeah, and I also like right here, I just saw where he picked up Jara's Wrath, the new weapon. And I like the stats on it. Like a lot of newer MMOs, especially shooter MMOs and stuff, you get like damage, rate of fire and ammo or whatever. But this one has accuracy, range, rate of fire, and ammo, and it has bigger numbers. You usually see like 30s, 40s, and stuff like that, but these are bigger numbers. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot more, what's the word, intelligence, I guess, going into the RPG aspect of it.
Now, do you know if there's any PvP aspects to it?
I don't actually. I'm sure there will be.
Most multiplayer games that like to do the MMO style nowadays will throw in, even if it's a last minute unfleshed out, they'll usually have some form of PvP in there.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it does. But what I do really like right here at the end of the first part of the gameplay demo, the weather and stuff.
Oh yeah, that hurricane. Oh, that was badass.
Before they jump into that like whatever that is, like a teleportation little portal thing.
I also just hope this doesn't end up going down like Watch Dogs. I don't know if you remember that initial trailer. Looked fantastic. You had the leaves all blowing in the wind. You had the guys. Trench coat perfectly. Everything looked fantastic, lifelike almost. And then the game came out, and the amount of downgrading they had done to the graphics.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful in the trailer, and then it was all right.
I don't know. I feel like there's enough gameplay in this that it's not just like a pre-rendered cutscene designed to look like gameplay. I don't think they're gonna pull that.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a mission, especially since they get a reward from killing that beast or whatever. They get that gun, so it really does look like they already have parts of the game completed, and this is probably their end engine. But then again, this was a year ago, and the game still hasn't come out. So, but I guess we'll see. We'll get that answered at E3, though. Hopefully.
I said, a big selling point for me though is gonna be when we eventually see how they're gonna market it.
Oh yeah.
How microtransactions are gonna go, cosmetics, XP boosts. I need to.
Oh yeah, especially in a.
Which we won't find out anything about that at E3, but in the future going onward. Does this game have a release date yet?
It does not. I don't think. Let me see.
I'm googling it. Don't worry. Okay. No, I do not see a set release date.
Yeah, it's just a placeholder. 2019.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It makes me kind of sad, but honestly, I'd rather them finish it than give us a shit.
Oh, definitely. Too many publishers are forcing games to be released way too early nowadays, but we'll just have to wait and see, but it definitely looks promising, and hopefully we'll get at least a new good gameplay trailer coming out of E3.
Oh yeah, that's all you can hope for. Maybe it'll be playable on show floor. If it is, maybe some YouTubers will record or something so we can get some more gameplay.
Definitely. Okay, moving on from that. What's another game you want to pull up?
We can just go in order if we want.
Okay, mine are in a different order than you, so just tell me which one you want to go for.
Battlefield 5.
Battlefield 5. There we go. Good choice.
And I'm pretty excited for this one solely because of a lot of the reasons that a lot of people are giving it shit. Because it looks so colorful and everything and stylized. I like that.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, but I like it. Of course, I like the more colorful things. That's why I play Fortnite, Battle Royale, all those kinds of things. But but this one really, really looks pretty. Like, it doesn't look cartoony in a way to me at all. It just looks detailed, but simple.
And then, of course, we're gonna have to bring up the controversy of this game. What everyone has been bitching about nonstop. Our lovely female main character with a claw hand. It looks like, I'm sorry, she got one of those little gardening hoes, whatever they're called, rakes with the 3 prongs, and I feel like she just has it in her sleeve holding it.
Yeah, I can. God damn it, it does. That's it. I'm looking at that right now. That's exactly what it looks like.
I have no problem with the female main character in a game like this. I'm not a realism junkie. I'm not gonna argue, they didn't have female commandos in World War II.
Yeah.
Unless you go into like the Russian snipers, but whatever. I'm not gonna argue that. But the fucking claw hand, was that necessary, Dice?
I know they
was that really necessary?
It looks like it's steampunk or something, but honestly,
but it's supposed to be a World War II game.
Yeah. Honestly, see, that's one of the things that does upset me. As much as I don't mind that it's a kind of a controversy or whatever that the female's the main character, as
I
much
want to
as
call it so much as a controversy though as people just bitching.
Yeah,
Because let's
sure.
be real here. No one's gonna play the campaign mode. You don't get a Battlefield game for the campaign. You get it for the multiplayer, which
Yeah.
is what I'm interested in finding
Oh
out
yeah.
more about. Hopefully, we'll get some. DICE likes to have their big staged, 20 versus 20 matches whenever they're advertising a new upcoming Battlefield game. So hopefully, we'll get some good footage of that coming with E3.
Oh yeah. I can agree with that, but see, to me at first I was like, oh, because I kind of depend on Battlefield to be the more realistic one, the more the one that sticks to
And
the
watching
actual.
the gameplay itself does feel a bit more realistic than
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
Call
the
of
way
Duty.
that guns like have the recoil on these guns, or
it's just the ridiculous story mode that comes down is not
Yeah.
realistic at all.
exactly. Because as I sit here and watch it, I'm like, man, this wasn't happening in World War II. But at the same time, it looks fun, and at the end of the day, I think that's all I'm really worried about. Is if it's if I have a good time playing it, and this one looks like I can have a better time playing it than the other Battlefield games, because
Battlefield's
always
always been a game for me that I can just sit down and play for an hour. It's not something that I'm gonna take really seriously, but it's something you can just sit down and have a ton of fun, even if you're just playing for half an hour.
Yeah. But I've always felt like Battlefield was a little too hardcore, almost.
Depends on which one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Battlefield Hardline wasn't as hardcore as the other ones and stuff.
Hardline was a wannabe Payday 2.
Exactly.
Don't even get me started on Hardline.
But this one, with the fortifications and stuff
Yeah.
that you can do and everything like that, it feels a little bit more casual, and like you could be a newer player to their games and still have a fun time and still do something useful and supportive. And so I think it's just going to be encourage a little bit more teamwork, and on top of that, just be a little bit more fun in the first place.
And with Battlefield, for me, I enjoy it because any FPS that I take seriously, I'm running on low, I'm turning off shadows. I want to have every advantage I can. With Battlefield, I don't know, I've never taken it as a serious game, like hardcore, competitive, so I can crank everything up to max, have it look as beautiful as possible, and spend more time looking at the trees and at who I'm shooting at.
Yeah, I feel you. Watching the trailer in 1080p, it's just
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I just keep going back because some of this stuff looks so crazy, but so pretty at the same time. But yeah,
and they uploaded it in 4K. So.
Oh yeah. I can't watch it in 4K, but yeah. But all I can hope to see from E3 for this is just more gameplay. I just want to see more actual gameplay. I'm sure they'll do
I
what
don't even care. We've seen the gameplay. We've seen how the gun looks. I want to see how multiplayer is gonna play.
Yeah. That's what I want.
It comes down to.
Multiplayer gameplay. And EA always has at the end of their conference like a big tournament or whatever with celebrities and stuff. So I have no doubt in my mind they'll do it again, and I'm sure we'll see Snoop Dogg and Zac Efron
with Snoop Dogg there smoking a blunt,
yeah,
getting yelled at,
and relighting it.
Do you remember that
after
video with Snoop? Do you remember that video of Snoop Dogg with the blunt? They yell at him, lights another one the second they leave.
Yeah.
The second they leave, he just pulls another one out of his pocket.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's like, only Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of that kind of stuff at the end of the conference. So I'm not too worried about them not showing anything from it, because I'm positive we'll see some more multiplayer gameplay.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely see it. They love. I'm pretty sure 50% of their budget on any Battlefield game goes to advertising.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they have to throw a lot of money to get these celebrities to come.
Oh, probably, but hey, I don't know. Snoop Dogg seems like he's pretty chill.
There's a few of them who are probably just gonna come for free. Snoop Dogg. I wouldn't surprise me to see Terry Crews there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could see Terry Crews there.
I don't know. There's a lot of celebrities who are actually in the gaming, and then they come out more and more, like the Fortnite streams with Drake.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think there's still kind of a stigma with it, and celebrities are a little worried about it. But now
but it's becoming more and more mainstream. I mean, the UFC fighter Rampage Jackson used to stream. He might still. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I used to watch him stream H1Z1.
Yeah.
But yeah, Battlefield 5 definitely another one to watch out for.
Oh yeah.
I hope it doesn't fall into the bad habit of feeling exactly like Battlefield 4 and 1.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Battlefield, kind of like Call of Duty, tends to fall into this habit of the games don't feel drastically different, so it's the same game just with different location, slightly upgraded graphics.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would like to see at least some innovations with, I don't know, even just vehicles, just something that sets it out that's drastically different than the former.
Well, see, when she's laying down and shooting with the pistol on the ground, she looks like the recoil was a little bit harder on her than usually in Battlefield games. They're a little bit more realistic anyways, but it's definitely knocking her hand back a little bit more. So I'm thinking, as long as this is actually an engine and actual gameplay and not just with the UI painted over it or whatever, then I'm hoping they'll throw that stuff in there, like make it a little bit harder and everything in that aspect, at least make it a little bit more realistic and different. But guess we can move on now.
Is there a release date for Battlefield? If there's a release date, I'm trying to put it out, but
I don't think there is.
I have it up right now. I don't see anything.
Oh yeah, October 19th.
Oh, okay.
And early access
EA
will
access subscribers on Xbox One, yeah.
Yep.
The deluxe edition releases on the 16th.
Yeah.
And standard edition on the 19th. Okay, there we go.
I guess we can go ahead and move on to Assassin's Creed. We can just kind of jump through this one real quick.
That worked. Yeah, honestly, which was the last Assassin's Creed? I can't remember.
Origins.
I haven't paid much attention. Origins. Do you know how that one was? Assassin's Creed has this like cycle where they release a great one and then they release a terrible one. A great one and a terrible one. It's happened back and forth for like the last 5 of them. And I did not play the last one, so I do not know how that game went.
Origins was really good, and I'm interested in this one's story just because of it looks like Spartan versus Roman type thing, and so that'll be cool mixing the Assassins and the Spartans together. As long as that, I assume that's what that means by the kick and the Spartan-looking helmet and everything.
It does look like that. Yeah. Now, that being said, coming from the perspective of a PC gamer, I tend to also stay away from Assassin's Creed games on release because they have a history of very bad PC ports.
Oh yeah,
they have a history of their PC releases being the most buggy pieces of shit out there.
Yeah, I would say this is more for a console fan, the Assassin's Creed series and stuff is, or at least people who are gonna play with controllers or something. But
they've had some good games with fantastic scenery and everything that have been almost unplayable on PC for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Until they finally get around to fixing it.
Yeah, I can see them focusing more on PC though, because everyone else seems to be, especially with Call of Duty and stuff like that. Everyone seems to be focusing a little bit more because of I think the last few years them kind of releasing shit ports.
Yeah, and I honestly do believe they're focusing a little bit more on PC nowadays. I know Ubisoft's, their CEO, one of their high-up people, just recently said that he's convinced that the next iteration of consoles is going to be the last.
Yeah, I read that the other day.
So Ubisoft's focusing more on PC development as well.
Oh yeah. All I really want to see from this is maybe a gameplay trailer or a gameplay itself.
Yeah, there's honestly not much to say about Assassin's Creed. I mean, the only reason it was confirmed yet for E3 was because of the Walmart Canada website leak.
Yeah, exactly. All I expect really from it is where we get to sneak around a little bit, kill some things, and look cool. I mean, that's all you can hope for really out of it.
I mean, really, you play Assassin's Creed to feel like a badass.
Oh, completely.
Okay, what is next on the list?
You want to do Call of Duty?
Call of Duty works. That'll probably be one of the big chunk of time games. So.
Oh yeah.
Because it definitely has some things to talk about.
Oh yeah. I'm on the multiplayer trailer, by the way.
Yeah, multiplayer reveal trailer. I got it.
It's just it looks like they've almost completely changed the way the game works. Predictive recoil, team shooter type mechanics and stuff with the completely different specialists, basically. Because Black Ops 3 had specialists, and they had their abilities, and some of them even had similar abilities, like Ruin's little pole that he slams down. You had 2 of them in Black Ops 3 and slammed them down. And but it looks like it does a lot more on here, and it means a lot more when you use it than usual, which is weird because Call of Duty normally you use the ability, and once you kill 3 or 4 of them, they respawn, and you know it's just a slaughter fest. But on this one, it seems like everything you do is a little bit more impactful, and I think that's the reason they took out the health regen and gave you a reason to heal and everything. So it's just so much has changed, and on top of that, it looks a lot more beautiful. But I think they said it uses the same engine as the last few Call of Duty games, like usual for them. So
now, to be fair though, the engine isn't always the most important deciding factor on how good a game looks. The amount of time and money they put into their art is a very important part.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. The game looks a lot more colorful than usual. So kind of like Battlefield.
It's more vibrant, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, that could just be them getting used to the technology we have now, because every time a console generation comes out, the first few games that come out look like basically just darker but kind of more realistic games. But they can't seem to ever figure out how to make things look vibrant and stuff. And this is definitely that period during this console lifespan that we're seeing the more vibrant, pretty games come out and stuff. So I'm interested in just the art style on top of all the new mechanics and stuff they've added.
I feel like colorful fantasies type graphics allow more, I guess, freedom of expression with the artists.
Oh, yeah.
It gives them more room to do what they think is fun and not just generic army character after generic army character. They can use some, I guess, they can have some creative decision over how they make things look.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
But more important than the graphics in this game is the changes to the mechanics that has been being talked about quite a bit from the past games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, just the predictive recoil. I mean, kind of Counter-Strike, a little bit of Battlefield.
I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as hardcore as Counter-Strike, but I think it might be going a bit more in that direction, because I really do think they're trying to get into the esports a lot more. I know.
Oh yeah.
I personally think Call of Duty right now as a competitive game is incredibly boring.
Oh yeah, it is. It's just kill after kill, you know, and even if it's just domination or something like that, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, there's no, up till now, there hasn't been an impact on people dying in the game. And so,
and speaking of dying, the changes to the health system also are big in that. Do we know exactly how health's working, or is it just like a generic health pickups?
Every character is tactical, because you've always had the the lethal grenade and tactical. In this one, you have a lethal ability and tactical ability, which I've heard you can replace the lethal and tactical as just regular grenades. But if you look early in the trailer, you'll see the UI at the bottom there, and about 16 seconds in, and that middle thing is their regular ability charging. Left is their little stim pack kind of thing, and every single character can get one, and it cools down the same for everyone except, I think, for the medic. They can use theirs cools down faster, and then on top of that, their actual ability can heal. Of course, they all have two super abilities, or whatever you want to call it, too. But
now another big thing we need to talk about is the removal of the traditional single player campaign.
Oh yeah.
Now there is still single player gameplay. There are solo missions.
Yeah.
But from what I see, those solo missions are a lot in the vein of what were they called? The Spec Ops missions that they added in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, they're
that you could play that were made for multiplayer.
Yeah. I do remember from the stream, he was talking about those, and he said that it goes that each one goes in depth, like in detail, to explain like the specialists and stuff and their backstories and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think that's more for that than anything.
Now the timeline of the missions is also, it's based between Black Ops 2 and 3.
Yeah. Which is cool, because I think I already told you, but I always was like, what the fuck? When I played Black Ops 3's story, I was like, I don't see how this links into Black Ops 2 at all. I'm sure other people did, and I'm sure people have debunked it and tried to figure it out and everything like that, but I just never saw it. I was like, what? But I only played it once, so...
I have to be honest, I haven't touched any campaign mode in a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 1, so...
That's understandable.
Other than your occasional complaining about 3, I don't know much of anything about the story mode.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a good story, but it was... If you were trying in your head to link it to 2, there was just no way you were going to be able to do it, unless you just straight knew somehow. But as me, as someone who only pays attention to the campaigns of the games very casually, even though I like the campaigns probably more than a lot of other Call of Duty fans do, I wasn't able to link it together, and I think it should have been a little bit more simplified than it was. I think that's the problem. They tried to go with a detailed story, and it just didn't work out. But I'm okay with no campaign because the multiplayer looks fun. It looks like it's taken some Counter-Strike and Overwatch, just other esports and stuff like that, taking some notes from them and tried to improve theirs. And on top of that, they're trying to focus on PC more, so I'm sure that's something that interests you a little bit.
Oh yeah, seeing the competitive side go more into mouse and keyboard than controller is definitely going to be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Now there has been some complaints I've heard about people saying is that they're going, I guess, a bit hero shooter, which I don't know. Some people really like to complain about that, and I can understand it. It tends to make it super team based, which is one of my problems with Overwatch. Is it's very hard to solo it, even at the pro level. They generally, while playing ranked, would only duo queue. They would never play by themselves.
Oh yeah, but
because even a fantastic player, which I don't know, it kind of goes away from the core FPS thing, which is what people look for in games like Call of Duty. So I don't know how that'll affect it, but
yeah, honestly, I think they combat the whole team-based kind of thing a little bit with it just being Call of Duty still and Team Deathmatch is still in it. So if you just wanted to solo and you're having trouble doing any kind of rank thing as a solo or something like that, and your friends aren't on but you want to play, you could always just go back to the normal, Team Deathmatch. And Black Ops 3 had specialists with abilities and stuff, and it didn't feel too team-based on Team Deathmatch still, unless you were trying to play hardcore or something. But so I think you could still play alone on the actual more casual modes. But yeah, I think when it comes to their new game mode that they've talked about and domination and stuff like that, I think that's going to be more team-based. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but a lot of Call of Duty fans are going to complain. But Call of Duty fans are going to complain anyways, though. So.
Oh yeah, everyone complains about Call of Duty. The players, the people who hate it, who don't play it at all, everyone complains about it.
Oh yeah, and then they buy it.
Now, I'll admit, I might not have liked most past Call of Duties. I haven't been a Call of Duty fan since, I'm going to say, maybe Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, that era. But one thing I have always loved is zombies, and this game does look like it has a pretty interesting zombies mode also.
Oh yeah, completely.
And on a side note, speaking of which, 2018 is the 10-year anniversary of Call of Duty Zombies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
well,
that's
what was the first one in World at War?
Yeah,
believe that's
World at War.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I really like the look of the zombies this time around. I mean, it looks like zombies. It looks like the same thing we've always got, but at the same time, the initial first map that they showed off, where you go back.
Which one was that? Was
it the Gladiator map?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, that one's really cool.
That seems intense, and it seems like it's going to be more melee focused, maybe.
Which could be cool.
That's
melee.
That's really interesting because even though melee weapons have always been in Call of Duty, and more so recently, and in the zombies and stuff, it just didn't have too much of an impact, and you didn't.
They're never super viable if you're playing hardcore. If you're playing the win, it's never really been an attractive option.
Oh yeah.
So now there are 2 other maps also. They've confirmed 3 maps so far.
Yeah, there's 9 or IX, whatever you want to call it, Voyage
the
of
Gladiator,
Despair.
which is the Titanic.
Yeah, which a lot of people had trouble figuring that out, and then Blood of the Dead, which is a remaster.
Remake,
Yeah.
They planned to offer more variety in it, but there hasn't been a lot said about that yet. So
yeah, hopefully we'll see more about that at E3 and more gameplay all around. I'm sure we will. It's playable on the floor, they said already.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to see plenty of zombie gameplay and multiplayer gameplay. But
it says there's going to be customizable options in game types in zombies, so you can add buffs to zombies and player characters and make, I guess, your own kind of fine tune it to how you want to play if you want to make it much harder.
Yeah.
Timed challenges, and for the first time, bot support.
Yeah. I'm interested to see that.
And something that I had completely forgotten until right now, and I can't believe I forgot because it's so popular at the current time, is the Battle Royale mode.
Yeah. I see. That's something I'm extremely excited about.
I wouldn't call myself excited, but I'm interested. It's a very saturated genre right now, so I don't know. They're gonna have to do something special, in my opinion, to make it worth playing the Battle Royale.
Oh yeah.
It's Call of Duty. They definitely have the budget and the skill behind the series to do something. It's whether they're willing to step out and try something instead of trying to just go with the tried and true like so many studios do.
Yeah. I'm just excited. Like I was telling you that one time, I'm really excited about the idea of like Shroud is, of it just being Call of Duty Battle Royale, just more casual, faster paced. Definitely a lot more faster paced than most Battle Royale probably, which is funny because I've seen people compare the size of the maps, and they're saying from what
have they showed the map yet for Black Ops?
They haven't showed the whole map. At the end of the Blackout trailer,
it shows it.
Yeah, it zooms out and shows it.
Okay.
And so people have taken that and the people and like roughly the size of like Nuketown and stuff like that, since Nuketown's in the little map, and because they have multiplayer and campaign spots and stuff like that all throughout the map. So people have taken the size of Nuketown basically and like multiplied it a bunch of ways to see if they could kind of get a feel for how big it would be compared to the other Battle Royale maps and such. And that it's interesting because they're saying it's probably going to be smaller than Fortnite if they're right. But we'll just have to see about that. But I'm thinking that they would at least need to be about Fortnite's map size, but it won't be as fast paced, so I could see it being smaller.
Yeah.
Because then it would take away a lot of the pacing if they tried to increase the size of it too drastically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. But gadgets are in Blackout, like RCXD.
Yes,
and stuff
it says
like
pretty much all the gadgets from the games are in there also.
Yeah.
The characters, the gadgets, the guns. So it sounds interesting. They say that they're going to be announcing the date for the beta at E3. It has not been confirmed whether Blackout is going to be available in the beta, though. But they have confirmed that they'll announce the date for the multiplayer in the beta. I mean, the multiplayer beta, so we'll have to wait and see if we're getting Blackout with that or if Blackout's coming out in the future.
Yeah, I hope it comes out same time.
I honestly, personally don't think so. I think it's going to come out as multiplayer, and then they'll add Blackout later. But I could be wrong. They could announce it also.
Yeah, all I can see in the description, at least in the video, is, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 available October 12th.
Yeah.
But they always get a private beta or whatever, especially if you, or they always get an open beta, but a private beta if you pre-order. And so I'm hoping maybe in the private beta, if not the open beta, we'll at least get some kind of early build of it to try it. Which I'd be pumped for.
Yeah. Okay, we good on Call of Duty? We good?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, let's move on to something that hopefully won't take a full 10-15 minutes. Okay.
See. What do you think?
Let's jump into something that shouldn't take us too long. We can jump into Spider-Man. Neither of us are big fans, so it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're not gonna watch the full trailer.
Oh no. All I can really say about it is one. Do we have a release date for it yet? Coming 2018 is all I can ever find.
Yeah, I don't know. I've Googled. I haven't seen anything unless it's happened recently.
September 7th. Okay, so we're getting it really soon, actually. So, honestly, all I can hope to see from E3 of this game is more gameplay or something, maybe playable on the show floor so YouTubers and stuff can put up some videos, because we've seen a few parts of the story and stuff like that, and fights in the story and whatnot, but it's generally been the same thing over and over.
Yeah, watching the trailer, I feel like this is gonna be, I'm gonna roughly say, as a GTA type game, where I would have more fun just running around the city for hours than actually doing any missions.
Oh yeah, I kind of hope they fix that though in a way, because the other Spider-Man games I've played do kind of have that feel where it's just more fun to run around and do stuff like that. So I'm hoping
I'm fine with as long as the city is fleshed out and detailed enough.
Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I just would really like something to draw me into the story pretty well. Like, I hope it's a good story. But other than that, that's all I can wish for, because it looks like the gameplay is fine, and Insomniac makes plenty of good games. So I'm not worried about it at all. But
I feel like VR support while swinging would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but the game in VR itself, I don't think is very viable, because VR in the combat sequence seems like it would be a bit jarring.
Yeah, it'd have to be more of an arcadey kind of combat system at that point. Like, you stand and enemies pop out and you shoot them with your.
No, I didn't. Like I was talking to you earlier, though. I have read somewhere that they are making a Spider-Man VR style game. So.
Hey, you never know. We might see some of that. We could see some of that at E3.
Like I said, I just think the gameplay itself won't even be that great, because most VR games aren't. But just swinging above the city, hundreds of feet in the air.
Oh yeah, that seems fun enough. Just maybe like time trials or something where you gotta swing fast enough. I mean, be enough to at least charge maybe $10 if anything for it. I couldn't see him charging much for it though. But
I would say probably around $20 to $30. That's generally a average price tag for VR games.
Yeah.
They're rarely $60 release titles, but
yeah. But really,
I don't know. I know there are a lot of people looking forward to this game. A lot of people pretty hyped.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. I've got a lot of friends who are too, but it's not something I've always been too into, superhero games in general. But this might change that. This could change that.
The trailer on YouTube has almost 33 million views on it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
In comparison, The Last of Us Part 2 trailer only has 1 million views.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you want to check that out?
That is a good transition point, yes.
All right.
Okay. Now, there are 2 trailers so far that I've seen. There might be another one. I've only seen 2 personally. I think the first one is better because, I don't know, it has more of the... I don't know. I just really enjoyed it.
You do get
maybe
more
it's because it was the first. Maybe it's because it was the first one I saw, and it's what got me pumped for part 2. But
yeah, you do get more of a feel for it though, like emotion, than you do in the second one.
Okay, that's a good description. I wasn't sure how to put it, but yes, there's a lot of people who, because of this trailer, who think Joel's dead.
Yeah, I could see it, man. I don't want it to happen, but like the Telltale Walking Dead games. But it's a good
transition. But it's actually a really good transition point. Moving from one main character to the next.
Yeah. Oh no, I could see it. That's what worries me, because I 100% almost, not 100%. I'd say 80%. I'm 80% sure that's the case.
And I definitely respect the decision. Too many games and series and everything attached to a main character, and they quite frankly don't have the balls to kill off that character.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid that all fans are going to be like, no, he was my favorite.
Now, I've also seen a theory. What if Joel and Ellie are are against each other. Like,
now that could,
because it kind of gives it that vibe in this trailer specifically because of him. What we assume to be him, walking up while she's playing guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like walking into this house, and she's clearly just had a horrible time here. Like a bad fight just went down here or something, unless it's been there or something, and she just wandered in. But it looks recent, and so I could see that her like finding something out about him or vice versa, and them being against each other.
Maybe finding out that he lied to her about the fireflies and that he killed them.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I don't know. At the very end of the trailer, she talks about she's gonna kill all of them, like someone did something, not focusing on him, not focusing on the fireflies. She's clearly after multiple people.
Yeah.
Which really makes me want to feel like someone killed Joel and she's after them. I want them to do that because I like shows and games whenever they have the balls to kill off a main character.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's just me personally.
I don't think people take enough credit from or notes. Don't take enough notes from like Game of Thrones and stuff, where they're just not afraid to kill off main characters and stuff. Because I mean, it's just that's all video games are. You one main character, and then every sequel is that main character. So I can completely respect it. I really hope not. Just in relation to the story and how attached I got to the story, I just hope it doesn't go that way. But I have a strong feeling it will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this game just doesn't have a lot to talk about at this point either now, because all we have, like I said, is a couple trailers. No real gameplay, no real story information other than a bit of spectation.
Yeah.
No, not spectation.
Speculation.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to see gameplay. I don't want to see another story trailer. I don't want it to get too spoiled.
Now
for me.
I feel like gameplay is going to be very much the same as the first one. This isn't exactly a genre where they innovate on the gameplay.
Oh yeah. I just want to see that it's coming along, because I don't want to see the story any more than I already have. I just,
until you actually play the game, yeah.
Also, if they show us gameplay, that'll probably answer the question on whether Joel is alive or not.
Now, even if he is alive still,
he could
I
die
definitely see her being the main character. I think for sure that she's going to be the character we're playing.
Oh yeah, because she seems to be older. At least I'd say.
Yeah, she's definitely
5
older.
to 6 years older.
Older teenager, younger 20s. She's definitely aged a bit since the first game.
So he might just not, he might not be up to it anymore. He might be alive and everything, but just he's just old,
I don't know. He wasn't that old in the first game though. I mean, he was older, but I would say 40s, not like 60s. So 5, 6, 7 years shouldn't have put him out of commission unless he suffered an injury.
Especially
like
in this
maybe he's alive and he's gravely injured, and that's why she's out for revenge. But she's clearly out for revenge against someone.
Oh yeah, she wants blood.
That's all we know at this point.
Oh yeah.
We can speculate all we want, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
Speculation. But okay, on that note, let us move on to another quick one. We can
Division 2.
Oh, there we go. That works. There we go. Division 2. I just really hope it doesn't end up like the first one. The first one, honestly, now Division 1 is a great game. It took them 2 years to get there.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to see another game released a year or two before it should have, because the publisher wants to hurry up and make their profit.
Exactly. I want the finished product on release. At least the mechanics and everything to work correctly.
Now, it looks a lot like the first one. Like, it doesn't look like they changed the graphics or anything dramatically. Hopefully that means they don't have to spend... Didn't they spend like the first 3 years of the first game just building the engine?
Basically, I'm pretty sure.
They have the engine, they have a lot of their mechanics and everything. It looks like the graphics are very alike, so hopefully that means they can have a lot more time into polishing out the game, the gameplay, the gear progression. Hopefully it's going to be a much more polished product than when the first one released.
Yeah, and no release date yet? I don't think.
Not that I've heard. If it's
Yeah.
anything like the Division 1, it could be anywhere from 6 months to 3 years.
Yeah.
With the amount of time that game got pushed back.
Yeah.
All I ask for is the ability for more than one person at a time to talk to an NPC on release. As fun as it was watching everyone queue up to talk to the NPCs and stand in line.
Okay, the game is expected to release by the end of the 2019 fiscal year, which is April 2019.
So we still have a good at least year.
Yeah, yeah.
And
but,
the way now, I'm gonna be honest, it's Ubisoft. I'm terrified. Yeah, anything by Ubisoft scares the crap out of me because no matter how good it looks, they never fail to mess something up. So.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, but I don't know. Since they have the engine built and everything right now, I'm hoping that all it takes for them to do
Ubisoft is the company that copyrighted that copyright strike to their own YouTube channel for uploading a trailer of their own game.
Yeah, I know. I remember
At that point, I expect anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah, this is another game. There's just not a ton to talk about.
Yeah. All I want to see from this is gameplay.
Pretty much, gameplay is really gameplay, and I really hope they. One thing I hated the Division for is one of the initial E3 trailers. They did what so many games are guilty of, and it's trying to simulate real gamers. You know what I mean? They have there's like, we have 4 real gamers here playing the game.
Oh yeah.
And then they're trying to be all tactical, being. I don't know. It's some of the most cringy stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
I hate how many people do that during their gameplay demos now.
But that's E3 anyways, though. I mean, you just get a load of cringe at E3 in the first place.
I love the celebrity stuff. Get all these people together playing Battlefield. That's all great. But when you have them trying to act like gamers, using like as much like elite slang and everything that they can fit into a 5-minute segment, it's just like, no, please, just stop.
I feel you. Yeah,
okay,
I mean, I just want their conference to be less cringy, and I want to see some gameplay.
Like I said, I don't expect gameplay to be much different than the first one, at least from this initial trailer we've been given.
Yeah.
The gameplay looks pretty similar.
You want to go on to Ghost of Tsushima? Another.
That works. I know very little about this game, so I will leave this part to you.
All right. Well, all we know so far is that it's a samurai stealth game, kind of. I'm hoping at least in the vein of Tenchu Z and the Tenchu games, and maybe kind of like that origami game that's out right now. It gives a pretty little vibe and everything from the trailer, and it looks pretty. Assuming this is in engine, then it looks fine. It looks as good as it needs to, even though some of the textures on the beach and stuff are kind of weird. And all I could tell you from the story is it looks like maybe your family or your clan or something dies and you want revenge. But honestly, it looks like a samurai stealth game like Tenchu or something, and that's all I want, because Tenchu was really good. I know it was kind of a cult hit. I don't know if you ever played it, but
I did not.
It's a fun game. If you have a 360 maybe, or something like.
I do have it on 360 somewhere.
All right, well there you go. Just
and let's be fair, emulator. I could play it on a computer.
True. Just I would suggest giving it a shot, because it's really cool.
It is being made by Sucker Punch, which is a well-known studio, and I have played a bit of their stuff. Yeah. They're known for doing both the Infamous series and the Sly Cooper series. Yeah.
See, I'm hoping they kind of bring some of that, what's the word? Some of that charm from Sly. Even though it's a more serious game, I don't want it to be cartoony or humorous or anything.
Honestly, I could see it being more influenced by Infamous.
Yeah, I could
by
see
far.
That. I could see that. But like Infamous too, I want to get attached to the main character, because it's clearly going to be a single player game.
Yeah.
And So I just want it to have a good story and be attached to it, and I just want to see some gameplay from it. And that's, at the moment, that's all I'm asking from this game at E3.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
There's some more artwork. I didn't send you a link to it, I don't think. It's just 2 little pieces of artwork.
Yeah, I'm on their website right now.
Okay.
I've been looking around.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it looks pretty awesome. Looks like they definitely have some lore and stuff like that set out there and everything. So it looks good for a story game, a single player story game.
Based in the year 1274.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to see some gameplay, some actual gameplay, because all we see in the trailer is it's a story trailer. It's an announcement, and that's it.
Yeah, I definitely like the setting. Feudal Japan's always fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna be in 4K too.
Does it have any form of release date?
I don't think so. I don't think we really know anything about it at the moment. Just that there's a good chance, or it is apparently going to be at E3 in some form. That could just be behind closed doors, or it could be on the floor. We don't know. But
yeah,
it's going to be there.
Okay, well. Well, hopefully we'll get at least actual gameplay since it's on the floor.
Yeah.
It should definitely finally give us at least a bit of information on it.
Yeah, their presentation's gonna be on June 11th, so I don't know who's it with. Who's June 11th here?
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a Sony. It's on PlayStation's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because all their past games, Sly Cooper and Infamous, were both Sony games.
Yep. Sony's on June 11th also, so.
Yep.
Yep.
Figured as much.
All right.
But okay, moving on. We can now jump into. Let's just knock out the Super Smash Brothers trailer.
Alrighty. It's a Smash Bros. Trailer.
I mean, what more can you expect?
Yeah. You get Splatoon characters, and that's cool. We know they're coming into it. I would assume some more Switch characters are probably going to come into it. I know there were some leaks of the characters that were going to be in it.
Yeah.
Not sure who. Let me check that out real quick. So you don't have a Switch, do you?
I do not. If a good enough couple games came out, I would look to invest in one. But at the current time, the only 2 games that interest me at all are Breath of the Wild and the Mario game. But I've watched both games from beginning to end on YouTube, so I've lost the motivation to buy one.
Yeah. Looks like
now, if a new Mario Maker game came out,
it looks like people are thinking Snake is gonna be back. The Animal Crossing characters are gonna be back. And where'd he go? Oh, some people are thinking maybe Steve from Minecraft, which would be an interesting character. I'm not gonna lie.
Which would be, but in my opinion, that sounds weird. Also, though.
Oh, it's weird, but I mean, it's Smash Bros.
But at the same time, yeah. Well, I was gonna say weird because Minecraft is a Microsoft so they would have had to have licensed it to them. Yeah. But at the same time, Minecraft is on all 3 platforms. Is it on Switch? I know it's on the Wii.
Minecraft is on Switch. It's not cross-platform yet, but it's gonna be cross-platform this month.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I guess I could see it. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. We can move on from that one if you want.
Yeah, there's not really much to talk about with that game. I mean,
there's just not.
Smash Brothers is Smash Brothers. It's like upgraded graphics and new characters.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be fun. We'll see gameplay, I'm sure, because it's gonna be there. It's already been confirmed for the show floor, so just want to see gameplay.
If any game needs a demo with professional players playing it, it's Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah,
they need to get
to get Mewtwo
King and a couple other people in there and just have them go at it and make the game look extremely impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's all.
Okay. We can do Rage 2 now. That shouldn't take super long.
Alrighty.
Short trailer, not a lot's known about it. I feel like most people probably don't care, but me and you, passionate Rage fans.
It makes me so sad because the game is so worth it. Rage was so good.
The problem was it released as a $60 game, and the campaign mode took like 8 hours.
See, the campaign took a lot longer for me, but that's just because I explore everything though. So
you probably tried to look under every single rock, and yeah, if you move through the campaign, you could get through the game in like 8-10 hours.
Yeah.
Even on like a first playthrough, it was, I don't know. The game universe has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
It just didn't use it to its full potential in the first game.
Oh yeah. And the environments in this one are looking a little bit different. Like here, 54 second mark. You're gonna get into forests and stuff like that. And on top of that, crazy fucking vehicle fights, which looks fucking insane. Like, and then at the 1 minute mark,
Rage definitely had some interesting vehicles.
Oh yeah. See, it kind of reminds me of Borderlands, the vehicles on Rage, but this one, Rage 2 specifically, looks like it's making vehicles a little bit more hardcore. Like, I don't want to say hardcore, but just more difficult and more fun though. Because Borderlands, you can shoot with a thing, but that's it, like a cannon or whatever, but that's it. And this one looks like almost like there's gonna be quests and stuff involving vehicle combat and stuff. So that looks pretty cool. I mean, all I can say is it looks like Mad Max. It looks like what the Mad Max game should have been.
Honestly, the Mad Max game is pretty good though.
It's fun. It's a fun game. It's just, I don't know. I expected more insanity, and Rage kind of gives me that, while the Mad Max game didn't too much. So, of course, I mean, Rage is a little bit more cartoony than Mad Max.
I also get a little bit of a less cartoony, less comedy Borderlands feel out of it.
Oh yeah,
with the vehicles and everything.
Yeah, I'm interested in these large fucking mutants though.
Oh yeah.
I'm that looks really intense, and even a mech right there at the end. That looks pretty intense. I'm just excited for the game. I want to see more gameplay.
Now, one interesting thing to point out that might equal some fun physics things in the game is that Rage 2 is no longer using the ID tech. It's now using the same engine they use in Just Cause.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because the physics on Just Cause don't seem to fit Rage. But
yeah, well, just because they're using the same engine doesn't mean the physics are going to be exactly the same, but it might be influenced a bit more fluid movement because it's being co-developed by ID Software and Avalanche Studios. Avalanche is the studio who does Just Cause. So I feel like it could create some interesting hybrid, but I also feel like if they go too far in that direction, it could ruin from what I don't know, the charm that I felt with the original series.
Yeah, I feel you. I want
more.
more.
Some people find this really surprising because ID Software has their own engine, and quite frankly, it's a good engine.
Yeah.
That did some interesting things, but no, for some reason they're doing this as a co-project with Avalanche. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, I think Avalanche is actually having more of a hand in developing it than Bethesda is, and because I'm almost 100% sure I read somewhere that like the main developer on it is listed as Avalanche, while Bethesda is just a publisher and.
Well, yeah, but Bethesda is the publisher, and it's being made by ID Software and Avalanche. I was reading, and they're saying that they're using the Just Cause 3 engine because it allows for a lot more open world. The original engine was more focused on a linear. This will allow them to have that giant open world feel of Just Cause, where you can go anywhere and pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, 14-minute mark. That already looks insane right there. How much environment you're seeing.
Rage 2 is being billed as a carnival of carnage. That's right. This is a fucking quadruple A game. No, it's 6 A's.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not just a triple A game. Didn't you know that's how it works? The more A's you stick in there, the better your game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. You wanna use this to transition from this Bethesda game though to the other big one that's already been announced?
Yes, sir. But before we go over, they have not given a release date yet. They say it's coming in spring 2019. As always, subject to be pushed back. Hopefully not. I would like to see the game come out.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, like I said,
Okay.
I just want to see gameplay.
They say we'll be seeing more Rage 2 gameplay at the Bethesda press conference.
Okay, good. That's all I need.
Okay, so. Okay, moving over.
On to Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
Man.
There we go.
That's all I got to say about it. There we go. We're done. Let's move on. No.
Now, the problem is Fallout 76. Everything is speculation. There has been some, I believe, leaks out of 4chan. 4chan's always questionable with their leaks.
Yeah.
But a couple of the leaks that were with this were confirmed to be true. And actually, the Assassin's Creed leak might have came out of 4chan and not
It did.
Walmart. Okay, I said it came out from Walmart Canada. No, this was one of the 4chan.
I think it was on Walmart Canada.
But I think it came out of 4chan first.
Yeah.
But, okay, so the leaks out of 4chan by, and out of, what was it, Kotaku?
Yeah, I think Kotaku, helped,
pretty much added to it.
Yeah.
That they say they have a developer who's told them that it's going to be a multiplayer Rust clone using essentially the building out of Fallout 4 to be the building for like your player bases.
Yeah.
Which I personally, as far as like a side game goes in the Fallout series, I'm personally excited. I'm a big fan of Rust. I'm a big fan of art. I love that style of game. I love the big PvP guilds of like 50 people running around sweeping servers.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
I'm okay with it being multiplayer and everything. I hope they know what they're doing. It was a different studio that worked on ESO, so
it was ZeniMax, which had a bit of. Now, to be fair, ESO was terrible on release, but let's not get into that. Do you know what studio is making Fallout 76?
I think.
It's actually from their in-house studios.
Yeah,
It's Bethesda Game Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's actually a bit more surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, that surprised the hell out of me because I was like, holy shit, like, one, that could mean that they're not working on many other things themselves at the moment, which could mean maybe no Elder Scrolls announcement.
I have heard
for a
while. I've heard that they're working on Elder Scrolls. There's a lot of rumors that it's going to be a remake of Morrowind, but there's also a lot of talk that we're at least 2 to 4 years out before we even start getting gameplay of it.
It makes me sad because what was Skyrim, 2011?
Was it? It was quite a while ago, that.
Yeah. Hold on.
I think
it's 2011, yep.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah, it makes me sad, but this game, I'm excited for it, but I'm being real cautious with it. I'll buy it because it's a Bethesda game and it's a Fallout game, so I'm gonna buy it.
I'm excited for the concept.
Yeah.
My problem is Bethesda is known for several things, along with amazing open world games, is terrible animation and terrible combat systems.
Yeah.
I know some people are gonna yell at me. I know a lot of people love the Skyrim and Fallout combat. I personally think it's trash in many ways.
Yeah, I think especially on the Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls side, I think it could be done a lot better. Fallout 4 kind of pissed me off because they tried to make it more of an FPS, an action FPS, which is fine, but they didn't really do it well. Like, I almost wanted Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas combat more because it was more dependent on VATS, and VATS is really the only holdover of it being
That's going to be a problem also. They're not going to be able to use a VAT system for a PvP game.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean, it'd be fucking insane if you could, though. You'd just be running with your party, and there's your friend just starts fucking slowing down.
But the problem is, being a server, slowing it down means it would slow down the entire server. So
Yeah.
any person activates that, you would be running in slow motion the entire game. That's a no. That cannot. That can't happen.
Gotta be hilarious.
So,
though.
I am very excited for the building. Fallout 4 had some very interesting city management.
It was interesting, but it was buggy and kind of hard to use. And
I enjoyed it. There was some really cool stuff that came out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. But
I'm a big fan of city builders.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get that, but it's I don't know. I've seen I've told you about Nick the stuff he does on Minecraft and stuff, and I've seen him sit here on Fallout 4 for an hour or two trying to make something, and doing it what appeared to be the right way, and then it just didn't. One or two things didn't work out the right way, and I don't know. It was
a bit finicky. Hopefully, a few years now down the road, they will have hammered out any problems with that using it. But like I said, this is all speculation. As far as we know, it's a fucking normal 4chan leak where it's completely false, and it's gonna come out to be a New Vegas spinoff from Fallout 4.
It could.
We really don't know anything.
I almost expected it. When Fallout 4 came out, I was talking to some friends when after I had stayed up all night playing it because I pre-ordered it, skipped work the next day, and played it. But when it came out and everything, I was texting them while they were playing it, and we were all kind of trying to call maybe a New Vegas sequel or something a year or so after Fallout 4 came out, because that's the way New Vegas went. And so I could see this completely doing the same thing because it looks like it's in the same engine as Fallout 4 and everything. I could 100% see it being another. Yeah, we started making a spin-off, or making another DLC, but this one got big again. So here it is. So I'm behind that, but I don't know. I'm cautious about this one. I don't really want to pass too much judgment on it until I see it, and that's what I hope to see from Bethesda. And like you said, they said that we'll see more of it. So, and speaking of Bethesda, their conference is gonna be the biggest they've had, which they've only had one or two now.
I mean, when you're comparing it to last year's press conference, it's not gonna be hard to do better than that one.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, last year's, it made me very sad.
Oh yeah.
Like, every time a game was being announced, it was like something new, nope. Something new, nope. Skyrim. Something new, no. DLC.
Yeah, exactly. But now they've said that these two, Rage 2 and Fallout 76, aren't the two games that they said were going to be announced. So we still possibly have two new games.
Starfield, fingers crossed.
I know you're hoping for Starfield. I'm hoping for it too. I honestly think that the way they do RPGs, or action RPGs more like it, but the way they do RPGs and stuff, I think could be amazing in space, as long as they don't try to go for like No Man's Sky exploration or something like that.
There is a lot of talk that it could be a No Man's style type game if it did exist.
I don't want it.
If it did. But you gotta remember, zero information has actually been released on this game. The only reason we know Starfield, even the name, is that several times they've put in for the copyright for the name Starfield, starting since like mid-2000s. That's the only reason we know anything.
You also know
4chan, as 4chan does, leaked that last year they were supposed to announce it. It never got announced.
Yeah.
4chan.
Yeah,
Stop it. Stop getting my hopes up.
Stop, 4chan.
No.
Yeah, but you also know, though, that Bethesda, especially in their last two conferences, or their only two conferences so far, has a tendency to be like, oh, since we're announcing this right now, you can pick it up later this year. So, if they did announce Starfield, I mean, they've had plenty of time to work on it, if it even still exists, or if they're even working on it. They've had plenty of time, so they
just keep doing the name again. Like several years ago, they got the name again, and it keeps getting your hopes up, being like, maybe it's a thing, maybe it's a thing. No,
but they might, man. They might this year.
This is like
I'm not trying to get your hopes up, but they might.
This is Half-Life 3 bullshit, okay?
Don't put it down to Half-Life 3 standards, man. Come on. Dude came out and said that game was dead for sure, and then people still think it's gonna be a thing.
Hey, it's not our fault that Valve came out and they were just like, "Oh yeah, we're working on some secret new games. One's a single player FPS story based game." It's like,
Hey, you never know
Anyway.
though. There's a PC gaming conference. Maybe
I mean,
Steam
there is.
might announce their stuff at the PC gaming conference.
It would not surprise me if Steam does some announcing.
Or Valve.
I doubt
my
it's
bad.
going to be Half-Life 3. I feel like it's going to be more focused on their Dota 2 themed card game that they have.
Don't
That
talk
it's
to me.
being made. It's being made by Gabe and the guy. I can't remember his name. It's the guy who helped
from
found
Magic?
Magic the
Yeah.
Gathering. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Don't talk to
Not
me
a Magic
about
fan.
that stupid shit.
Oh yes, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
Hey, I'm a Final Fantasy fan now. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that Final Fantasy TCG. That you're one of like 5 people who play it.
Yeah. All I could say from Bethesda's conference, all I could say is I want to see Fallout 76 gameplay for a fact, and they've said it'll be there, so I'm hoping. I want to see more Rage 2 gameplay, and I want one of these 2 other announcements to be Elder Scrolls. I'm getting my hopes up for it. I know it's not going to happen, but I want it. I demand it.
Starfield will live. Okay, moving on. Okay, another fast one. Days Gone.
Days Gone. All right.
We have a pretty short trailer up for it, so.
Yep.
There's been 2. I've only seen 2. There might have been more by now. Really cool gameplay trailers, but I'm kind of scared it's gonna just turn into horde mode. No interesting mechanics, because both trailers you watch are just hundreds and hundreds of zombies running at you at the same time.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's not in the same vein as like the old God of War games, where it's a few sparse fights here and there and everything, and then out of nowhere a pretty crazy action sequence, and then going back to the other stuff. That looks like it's gonna be pretty good for survival, and I'm hoping it will be. But
it's like Sons of Anarchy meets
The Walking Dead or something.
Walking Dead. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a zombie game, and I don't know. I'm not too concerned with it. I'm gonna play it.
They're a bit late. They're a bit late. The
Oh, yeah.
zombie craze is dying off, but
Definitely. But
it doesn't help that they announced the game 3 years ago when the zombies were still at their height.
Yeah, it was a bad move, but it looks fun. Like, I'll probably end up playing it. I might not buy it, but I'll probably end up playing it like a friend's copy or something. And if it's good, I'll buy it. It looks fun. But and what is the release date?
I would like to just see a release date at E3 because every year
this trailer gives you a release date.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
release date
I
trailer.
actually didn't look at that. Oh, okay. Well, 2019. It's for the last 2 E3s they've given us a gameplay trailer, and that's about it. So at least we finally have a date now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I hope for a whole gameplay sequence, not a staged one. I hope to see gameplay from the floor, like actual people getting their hands on it, because I want to know that it's getting done. Because
I want to know how much. I want to know how much of that big horde mode from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where the guy was just getting chased in circles.
Yeah.
I
Like
want to know how much of that's
fucking
scripted
103.
and how much of that is actual gameplay. That's very important.
Yeah, exactly. Because if every 5 seconds a horde chases you, that's gonna be tiring, for one thing. And 2, I just don't want that to be the whole game. I like the survival aspect, and fighting a bunch of zombies is cool, but it
looks
exhausting.
open world, but it also looks like it's very mission based, at least from the 2 gameplay trailers they've shown.
Yeah.
It does seem like they're on missions doing something specific, because the first one he's chasing someone.
Yeah.
Some guy. And then the second one I don't remember exactly what was happening in the second one. All I can remember is zombie bears.
Yeah.
Which honestly sounds badass. So but
it looks
anyway.
pretty. I know that much.
There's just not a lot to talk about the game. It's
Yeah.
nothing super innovative. It's just another zombie game.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have Cyberpunk 2077.
Woo, buddy! Don't get me started on that. But we're gonna have to.
Yep. I mean,
I hope it's Witcher or
seeing
Witcher-like.
who's making it, I have hope.
Yeah, I hope it is as good as an RPG as Witcher. They've said it's going to be, I think, 3 times as big as Witcher 3, which is fucking insane.
Which is crazy. I'll believe it when I actually see it.
Exactly. 200 hours of gameplay in Witcher 3. And you're going to do 3 times the size of that game?
Now, do they mean 3 times landmass size or 3 times content?
I think
I have not.
I'll look it up, but I think
because it would be very easy to stick a giant field in the middle of your game and say,
"Oh yeah,
it's 3 times the size, guys."
Oh man, I just found an article that says Cyberpunk 2077 trademarked by CD Projekt Red again, so we know it's happening for sure.
The teaser trailer was uploaded in 2013, so they've had quite a bit of time to work on it.
Yeah. It's made by the Witcher people, and it's gonna be futuristic and stuff. One rumor though has suggested apparently the action RPG will be at the event with an hour-long demo. So that's more than I was gonna ask for. That is way more than I was gonna ask for. Yeah, size, Cyberpunk 2077 size is larger than Witcher 3. It's far bigger than anything that CD Projekt Red has done before. Far bigger. We're really stepping into the unknown in terms of complexity and size and problems we encounter. Huh.
Have they said much about the actual world of the game, if anything?
No.
Because just from the short trailer, I get a lot of feels from, I don't know, I see a bit of Deus Ex with the whole futuristic cyberpunk. But,
yeah, I'm hoping for that kind of a world because I like Deus Ex. Deus Ex is a fine game, or a fine series. All I'm hoping for is non-linear, open world. That's all I want. Open world, futuristic, in a big city, maybe even with some wilderness or something,
I also get a lot of Ghost in the Shell influence from it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the female robot little thing where she's half naked basically, but like transforming. It's
I have
insane.
to admit, I couldn't remember the name Ghost in the Shell. I was in the background Googling it, trying to remember.
That's fine. It's fine.
What is it called?
The anime fans hate you, but it's okay.
It's okay.
All I know is the graphics look fucking intense. Just based off the teaser trailer, we don't know if that's in engine, but
you have no idea how much time they spent animating that.
Oh yeah, that's insane. The fucking character model almost looks like Barbara Dunkelman from Rooster Teeth. I realize.
God damn it.
Yeah, leave it to me. I spend a lot of time looking at women. But
you're not supposed to admit that.
Not on a video. I love you, wife. But anyways. I'm hoping they kind of bring in some vehicle stuff because it shows you the police vehicle. So yeah. I'm hoping for that. Maybe a futuristic RPG GTA type fucking thing. That might be asking for a bit much, but if anyone could pull it off, it's CD Projekt Red. So I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, they're definitely known for doing some quality work.
Oh yeah, I don't know one Witcher game that people hate on. Well, I mean, if you go back and compare them now.
Well, they are a studio who progressed very well. They learned from their mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Witcher 1, good concept, a lot of problems with the game itself, but it had a good core game behind it.
Yeah.
Witcher 2, they learned, they expanded a bit, better polished, still had some serious problems that turned some people off from the series. But then Witcher 3 came out, and they obviously learned from all their previous mistakes. I'm not saying it was a perfect game, but it definitely had some very, very solid gameplay.
Yeah.
Great story, great graphics, great questing system. You never felt like you were just grinding for loot. You actually felt like you were doing something, even when you were doing side quests or hunting down bosses.
Straight up, I felt like I was playing like in an old-fashioned Supernatural world. Like, the whole time I was like, I'm getting such like a supernatural vibe from this, from having to solve these mysteries and stuff like that, and these mythological mysteries and stuff. But at the same time, it just, I don't know, it really connected you with the world around you, I guess, better than a lot of games do. Now, what do you think about my theory that go to 131 mark on the trailer here. That just based on this picture here, this character behind the girl with the gun is the main character, and she kind of like in the same vein as Witcher, where you hunt down creatures and stuff like that. She's one of those creatures in that world.
Maybe not even a creature. Maybe Blade Runner cyborg.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you're hunting down like these cyborg monsters that can transform or something like that. In the same way on Witcher you would the supernatural creatures and stuff like that. And this guy's the main character because he looks different than the rest of the guys.
Because look at her hands. Look at her hands. She's definitely a cyborg.
Yeah.
Both arms are either prosthetics. Those look like blades. She's surrounded by bodies. You can tell that they're civilians, not soldiers. Look at their clothing.
Yeah, and then
there's a woman in a red dress.
Yeah, on her legs down there, you can see little lines and stuff. Those are definitely robotic, also.
The guy on the right, business suit. You can tell she just slaughtered a bunch of civilians. You can see what looks like police in the background, all aiming guns at her.
Exactly. She's not the good guy.
Possibly your character is a police special forces of some kind.
That would be insane.
But there's the police cruiser hovering, so you can see vehicles of some form. You have like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
So that could be cool.
Yeah. Okay. You want to move
Monster
on?
hunting is definitely something that they like to do, so I could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a lot. Once again, not a lot we can say about it.
Yeah, I want to see gameplay. I'm hoping for that hour-long demo.
I definitely hope to get some gameplay. I definitely hope to get a release date, though I doubt it. They'll probably do more of that. 2019. Q2 2019. I'll take 2019 for this game. I'm willing to wait. But they're definitely a studio who goes for quality, and they're not afraid to push back their games a year if they have to make sure it's at their standards.
Yeah.
Okay. I will leave this one to you heavily also, because I know you get a hard on anytime you think about the game. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, sir. God, man, I don't even know where to begin. I can't talk too long about it because I'll talk forever about it. But
so
the game looks fucking.
Core thoughts.
The game looks beautiful. They look like they're taking the mechanics from each Kingdom Hearts game that everyone likes, like the whole kind of, I forget what it's called now, and I hate myself for it, but like the weird grinding and stuff like that from Kingdom Hearts 3D. That they took that from that, and then the gameplay looks about the combat looks about as fluid as Kingdom Hearts 2, which had the more fluid combat. Even though Kingdom Hearts 1 was more precise. So hopefully they kept the precision, kept the fluidity, and they look like they definitely know what they're doing with keeping what people like. The only thing I'm leery about is the Keyblade transformations. That's got me a little fucked up because I don't want the game to depend on me doing that, because that's not something that's not something that looks interesting to me. I just don't want to do that. I know plenty of people are excited for that, and that's fine. That's, you could play the game your way, I'm sure, and I'm hoping that that's the way they use that, where you can do it if you want, but if you don't want to, then just play, whatever way you're gonna play. And
feels a bit like action commands. Most fights you didn't actually have to use them. When you press triangle.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to, but it was essentially just an attack.
Yeah, I hope so. Or maybe even their abilities, you use AP to equip it, and so when you use a certain combo like XX jump X or something like that, it throws you into that little combo kind of ability thing. So that could be what it is. I could see that. Also, Unreal Engine, so it looks fucking gorgeous.
I'm gonna be honest. It looks good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It looks very good. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of the graphic style, though.
Oh yeah. I can understand that.
I would prefer if they had stuck with the more, I'm gonna say, JRPG looking style from the old ones.
Yeah.
More anime-ish.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna judge the game based on. I didn't even realize that I didn't really like it as much until I started staring at some of the character models.
Yeah. Well, if you go to another world though, it might
So
change
maybe
your mind a
you're
little
right.
bit. Because
You're right. It is. Isn't this entire trailer in the Toy Story world?
It is for the most part. If you go a little bit further to like Monsters Inc. world and stuff like that at 545, and let's see what
Wreck-It
else.
Ralph.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. Exactly. It looks like that world might just have that aesthetic because Olympus Coliseum and stuff, besides Sora and Donald and Goofy looking normal, everything else looks kind of cartoony, kind of back the way it was.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I want to see more gameplay, and I want a surefire release date for a fact.
And
I demand it.
And it's got to have a good story. Story is
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's because it's supposed to end Sora's story arc in the Kingdom Hearts universe, which I assume means it's gonna be like Final Fantasy, where after it ends his story arc, we're gonna move to just completely new stuff.
Yeah.
And another timeline or something like that, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I just want them to wrap it up good. I just want the story to be really good, not too confusing, answer all the confusing questions they've left us, and and I just want to fight Xehanort.
And I know I was about to say more important than anything. More important than that fight is that they have a Sephiroth fight that makes you fucking hate yourself.
Oh yeah, God, I hope they have a Sephiroth fight.
If you don't fucking hate yourself after the first time you try to fight him, they did not do the game right.
Oh yeah, something a lot of people don't really focus on a whole lot either, that I want them to focus more on. This one, optional bosses. Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 both had them. All the Kingdom Hearts games have them, I'm pretty sure. But
that's a very Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts is very Final Fantasy influenced. Was there any Final Fantasy characters shown at all in this trailer? I really hope they stick to their Final Fantasy connection. I really hope they do. That was part of why I like the game so much. I did not personally see any characters. I don't know if there's a confirmed world list of any form, but
I don't think we've seen any Final Fantasy characters yet.
To be fair, we've only seen 3 worlds. I think 3.
Yeah, because we know the Big Hero 6 world's going to be in it, but we've only seen concept art for it.
Yeah. So we could still get some heavy Final Fantasy. Hope so.
I think one trailer might show Leon at one point, or Squall,
well,
whatever you want to call him. But
yeah, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right.
But I feel like even if the game's not great though, it's gonna sell a shit ton.
Oh yeah.
Just saying, it's one of those.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. I'm gonna buy it. I'm telling you right now, I'll buy it whether other people tell me it's shit or not. I'm gonna buy it.
Okay, let's move on. We got Death Stranding.
Okay.
Death Stranding. So many things to say about it.
Fuck this game. First of all.
Fuck this game because of the amount of time me and other people spent watching the first trailer, trying to find every little secret little thing he hid in there, every possible, translation of what everything meant, looking up the quotes.
Yeah.
Looking up the song, trying to be like, what does it mean? What is this? Is this oil? What are all these dead animals? Are those umbilical cords? What is this?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
It's Kojima though. What more could you expect from Kojima? I mean, what less? I mean, this is what he does. He fucks with your head.
I'm gonna make a few assumptions here. I'm gonna call a few things here, and I hope I'm right. Play a little game, I guess, here. The little flappy thing on their back, I'm gonna assume is an alert meter, kind of like Metal Gear Solid and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's clearly flapping when those things are coming around, or whatever you want to call whatever it's doing. The rain clearly ages you and kills you. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a gameplay mechanic or if that's just gonna be a story thing. And then right there, 157, maybe 155 would be a little bit better. He's got a thing on his wrist, and it's got a certain light, and if you watch that, it's red on the guy that's dead. I'm thinking that's a health meter of some sort.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna right now call out those gameplay mechanics being in there. I don't know if it will be for a fact, but I'm gonna assume.
Now, there's apparently something giant walking that's invisible in some way, because when he looked up, you could see its outline.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm calling it now. I want aliens. Just saying. Love anything with aliens. There we go.
Oh, I'm definitely assuming it's aliens.
I just really
I've seen
hope,
rumors it's in Sweden or Iceland.
Now
or
there
something.
were talk. Now there was talk because of the quotes. There's a lot of, like I said, research and theories about this, but due to many of the little subtle things, there's talk that those are angels almost, and it's like I guess them getting humans for. I feel like this is gonna turn into some preachy environmentalist stuff. It's gonna be like, you have mistreated the Earth, and now the Earth will mistreat you.
Yeah, and see, but the thing is like I almost want to believe the Sweden thing because the poems and stuff they've released and some of the quotes and stuff that have been in the trailers and whatnot have been Swedish.
Yeah. And
Hideo Kojima tweeted out like that a certain place
there's a
certain place inspired certain concept art and environment art and stuff.
Exactly.
And it was from Sweden. So I'm really thinking that it might be Earth. I don't want it to be. I want to be some weird fucking planet, crazy planet.
Oh, I definitely think it's Earth.
Damn.
Weird. I personally think it's Earth. Weird shit's definitely happening. Like I said, there's like a 30-minute in-depth look at the first trailer. They've probably done the other trailers. I've only watched the first one. Going over, like, they've compared it to real pictures, the beach in the first trailer, and they found somewhere that they think it is, and it might have been Antarctica? I can't remember.
I could see that. What if they uncover something in Antarctica that we don't know about or something like, or, you know, that they claim we don't know about or something, and it awakens these aliens or something from a long time ago where they've been there this whole time or something.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of symbolism in the trailers. A huge amount of symbolism. There's that poem, that William Blake poem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally, like I said, I see a lot of stuff that could be very environmentalist. There's Death Stranding, which is a term used for whenever they find all the fish washed up on a beach, you know, millions of dead fish. And in the trailer, you see the dead whales. All the black handprints definitely seem like oil of some form.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
that. Like I said, I personally believe it's gonna turn into the Earth fighting back thing.
Yeah, I can see that. That seems pretty interesting. Go to 524 and look at the size of that fucker.
Oh, are you talking about the big tall black one up there?
Yeah, it's got like crazy horns and stuff on its head or something.
I don't have it open anymore, but I believe I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's got like strings or something coming from its hands, and it's above Norman Reedus, and then shoots a giant black ball of death or something, or light ball or something out of it. I don't know. All I know is I want to see gameplay, and I hope the rumor is right that we're going to see an hour-long demo of it. And I want to see it. I want to see actual gameplay. I don't know if they're far enough to do that, because he's honestly just started making this game, what is it, like 2 years ago now at this point?
Maybe. There's a theory. Silent Hill.
Yeah, PT.
The PT. It was canceled, and he moved on to this game.
Yeah.
At the very end of PT, there's the guy who's talking, and what I can't remember what exactly he says, but essentially he yells, "I'll be back." Like, I'm coming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big theory that Kojima saw this coming, that he knew that game was never going to happen, that he knew that his time with Konami was coming to an end. And that he made that essentially without telling them that that's what he meant. Because whenever they first announced Death Stranding, he came on stage and essentially said, "I said I'd be back."
Yeah.
So there is theories that he might have been working on this longer than maybe the 2 years, and it just was hit as something else.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. God, man. Don't talk to me about that shit.
I love PT. PT was so good.
Oh, it was, man. I don't even know. I hope it is a continuation in some way.
I'm glad though. I'm kind of glad. PT was really good, but Silent Hill, I think that series has been used too much. I think its time is over. It's kind of like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Move on. Stop trying to milk your series for all it's worth. It was good in the beginning. Start something new.
Yeah, I think that.
And I like that. He's definitely trying something new with this.
Yeah, I think they could have pulled something off with it. Like if they would have actually given him the chance, I completely think he of all people would have been the one to pull it off.
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been pulled off.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have been bad. I mean, like I said, PT was really good. I don't know. I prefer to see something new.
Yeah.
This game seems to be him using his full creative ability, doing whatever the fuck he wants.
I could see that those being connected too, because there was like the fetuses in the sink and stuff like that on PT. Yeah. And oh my god, damn it! Now I can't stop. I can't stop seeing it in my head. Them being connected. You bastard. All right. Yeah. All I want to see is gameplay for sure and a release date maybe. So.
Okay. This is all we have for trailers of some of the big games. It's not all the trailers. There are many, many more games on the list that have been confirmed. Yeah. Many rumors.
These are also the confirmed games so far.
Yeah, these are
except for
confirmed.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but hey, it's Cyberpunk. We gotta bring it up. But there's a bunch more games we haven't brought up. Some are being very much looked forward to, like Beyond Good and Evil 2. But I personally never played the first one, so I can't give a lot of input on that.
We
tried to focus.
Excited.
We tried to focus on the big ones that we know that a lot of other people will know.
Yeah.
We could have skipped over a couple. Sorry, but for time reasons we had to pick and choose.
Just I don't know what. A quick rundown of things I'm excited for that aren't confirmed. I know we're going to probably, but I want to for sure see Pokemon 2019 stuff. I want to see a Final Fantasy VII remake, for sure release date. I want to see either Borderlands 1 remastered or Borderlands 3. I know he said that it probably wouldn't be there or whatever, but I want to see something in the Borderlands world or Gearbox at least, because they make good games and I want to see it. And that's really all I'm super excited for out of rumors and stuff.
Now,
Devil May Cry 5.
I said, now, yeah, if we're going rumors, the next Devil May Cry, there's no confirmation, but it was hinted at that it is confirmed that there is a Devil May Cry project being worked on that is soon to be finished, which indicates that it will be revealed soon.
Yeah.
So we're wondering if it's going to be at E3. What else? EA, new sports games, Sims 4. There's hints that Prey might be getting some DLC. Prey was actually a really good game.
Yep. There's some people thinking that they could already be working on a sequel to it because of how much of a success it was. Well, commercially at least. I'm okay with it, but I think it's a little too early for that. But I can see it.
I don't know. I can see it. I'd rather have a new game than more DLC anyway. Just being real.
Yep.
Remedy, the studio behind Alan Wake and Max Payne. I loved Alan Wake. They might be showing off their new game.
Yep.
They have a game called Project 7 being worked on.
Yeah, and they've virtually told us nothing about that. So I'm
exactly, but I like the studio, so
yeah.
It's something I'm watching for. Sony has announced that they have 3 new games that they'll be releasing. Didn't one just get released while we were recording this?
Yeah, that was it was by Don't Nod. Guys who do Vampire and Life is Strange and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was called. Hold on, I'm gonna get it wrong. Yeah, Twin Mirror. It looks like their basic kind of thriller kind of game like Life is Strange and stuff, except more mystery. Then there
speaking of Life is Strange, isn't part 2 confirmed?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Its existence is confirmed because they said they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
In a blog. Then there's what was it? Tetris something, some Tetris VR game, and then the Days Gone trailer, and then we've got one coming tomorrow and the next day before Sony's conference. So we're still gonna see on that. They've got one more non-VR game and one more VR game, I think, to announce before their conference, and then I'm sure we'll see some of those at their conference, and then some new games, hopefully, at their conference too.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get a link to a website with a full list of confirmed and rumored games. There's just too many for us to go over at the current time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the events. Let's see. EA, Microsoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, Ubisoft, PC Gaming, Sony, Nintendo, Devolver Digital, and Publisher Limited Run are the press conferences. Personally, I'm probably only gonna watch Bethesda, Square Enix, and maybe PC Gaming, maybe Nintendo.
I'll watch them all at some point, but
oh yeah, I'll probably scroll through them. I'll definitely scroll through them afterwards, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't have a ton of time, and I just can't see myself sitting down and watching a full EA press conference. It'll just lead to much booing. I'll probably just be yelling at my screen.
I know it's gonna be cringy. It's E3, and it's gonna have things that are gonna disappoint us, and they're gonna think are the things we wanted. Like when Bethesda was like, 2 new games coming, one being Doom Switch, and then the other being Skyrim VR.
And of course, the thing I'm most disappointed about with E3 this year, no Snarkathon. How will I get through E3 without a Snarkathon?
God damn it! I'll probably be watching Funhouse's Drunk E3 for the most part, except for what day is it here? EA. There's a good chance I might stay up for EA's, and I might stream it. I'll put a link in the description about where you can watch that stream. Nintendo's at 11 on the 12th. I'll definitely watch that one. I'm off
now
that
it's
day.
11 Central Standard Time,
Yeah.
which means 2 hours earlier if you're Pacific.
All these times you're seeing here are Central, so just keep that in mind. It may be sooner or later for you, but yeah, I'm gonna stream Nintendo for sure. Now, I might stream EA. Mainly just because I'm excited to see Battlefield 5.
I'm just gonna be sitting here watching Bethesda's. That's the only one I care about. No, Starfield. Fingers crossed. It's not gonna happen. There's no possible way it's gonna happen. But hey, I can. There's only so many years I can have my hope crushed before they finally admit whether it exists or doesn't exist.
Yeah, you can dream.
I can dream, and dream I will.
Yeah, I think that's about all we can really discuss, or all there is to talk about at the moment that's real big.
Well, yeah, everything that we know about. There's like I said, a lot of other games that have been confirmed. We could go on for 5 hours if we wanted to, but
our love for Farming Simulator 19.
hey, don't you insult my Farming Simulator.
God damn it. Or how
I'll 1v1 you.
Or how Fortnite's probably coming to Switch. I know you don't care about that.
That's all I can
There's
say.
rumors that it's going to be Save the World only on Switch, and I hope it is, because I want that to get more attention and I like it. But that's all I got for that. But
I'm not touching Save the World until it's free to play.
I feel you. I don't blame you. Skull and Bones.
I have too many games on my slate to play already. Not enough time.
It's Team Sonic Racing. I know how much you love Sonic, man.
You know what? You can do. I'll let you use your imagination on where you can put your Sonic games.
All right. The Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Studio developed a pirate game, naval combat game, more like it. Sea of Thieves is the only pirate game I'm gonna get behind, but Skull and Bones is a good naval combat game.
Everyone hates Sea of Thieves also, so you're the only one left.
Hey! Oh, Serious Sam 4 might be there, and that's pretty cool. But
like I said, there's just a few games on this list that I just don't know enough about to talk about. Dreams, Adventure Time, Pirates of the... I'm not even going to try to say that word. Enchiridion. There we go.
It's a book.
Call of Cthulhu, which if I remember, that actually seemed interesting.
Yeah, it's H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
Yeah,
but in a game.
I watched the trailer when it first came out.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I know my brother's excited for that.
Fear
yeah,
the Wolves.
that's all I really got.
Ooblets, Oblets, whatever.
Yeah.
Ooblets of Gooblets. Roller Coaster Tycoon could be cool. I used to love Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that because Switch, you know, so far we know it's gonna be for Switch. If it's even a thing, and it's, you know, it's got touchscreen and stuff on Switch, so that's interesting. You could like draw your roller coaster out maybe with your finger. I don't know. That could be cool.
Can I flick park guests? I don't like you.
Get out. God damn it, I'd love it. I'd be so happy with it.
Yeah,
the rest of these I'm
pretty
not...
much covered. I mean,
yeah. Gears of War
WWE
5.
2K19.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's the most exciting thing I've seen.
Yeah. We're gonna see more of that Yoshi game. More of the Kirby
Did they ever
game.
confirm the Yoshi game, or is that still a rumor?
Yeah, they confirmed it. We know it's
Oh,
a
okay.
thing for sure. Gears of War 5. Possibly.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. No.
Yeah, if there's no Cliffy B working on it, I'm not sure about it. But we could see.
Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 3, because
yeah, the comic
1 and
book.
2 were such amazing games.
Yeah, you know how much I've never played it at all in my life.
You know, I know. They keep making new ones. Right? Number 3 is rumored to be coming out, but I never hear about anyone playing them.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know one person.
Are they actually making enough money to make this worth it?
I don't know a single goddamn person that's ever played that game in my life.
Like, I watched some reviews of it when the first one came out, and they said it was okay. I mean, it didn't seem like a bad game.
Yeah, it
seemed
looks
very
fine.
gimmicky,
It's just...
but it just doesn't seem like it's making enough money to make a new one every year. But apparently, it is somewhere.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, well, it takes it forever to get marked down at Walmart or GameStop.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I don't know. That Star Fox Grand Prix game looks actually pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Metro Exodus.
yeah.
Exodus.
Oh my God,
I
Metro! I
mention that
can't. I
one.
can't believe
I somehow forgot.
I don't know why we forgot about that. God damn, that one looks good. I want to see gameplay.
I just glanced at it and I was like, wait a minute.
I want to see gameplay of it, and that's about it for me on that. I just want to make sure it's the same survival kind of game. I don't know. That's about it for me.
Yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything we can.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. There you go.
This is pretty much about it until you stream the actual press conferences and see what we get out of them.
Yep.
Hopefully,
fingers crossed.
We won't
for
be too disappointed. There we go.
Hashtag.
Get on board the Starfield.
Hashtag not my RPG unless it's Starfield. But yeah, that's all I got for it.
I feel like I should give up.
All right. Anyways, so there's our predictions, confirmations, and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave any comments on speculation you got, or rumors that you know of, or anything like that, or just discuss things with each other. Remember to leave a like if you liked it. Remember to sub to me. I'm gonna put a link to Lamb's Twitch in the description below.
Screw YouTube. Twitch for life.
There you go. So you can go follow him on his Twitch. Give him some more followers. Get him closer to that Twitch affiliation. Yeah, it's the Big 10.
Get me closer to that big 1-0. I need more people to come watch me play Skyrim. So
there you go. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Zenith Darksky with Darksky Games. Yeah. So thank you guys so much, and good gaming.